obviously staying with football, last night videos emerged of Dele Alli in Turkey, ahead of his move to Besiktas. Decent turnout as well. Is this good news? It's obviously good news for him, but is it good news for the former England player with regards to getting back in the World Cup squad, or is that dream, do you think, gone?
I think it's gone. He's not getting back into the England World Cup squad. Don't care what he does between now and the end of the season. I would have liked to see him stay at Everton, work hard, try and get himself in the team. But I think when you're taking yourself away to Turkey, that kind of spells like the beginning of the end. But then it's like MLS. When you go over there, it's usually, okay, that's it, finished.
Wow, you put it in the same category,
A little bit, yeah, because going to a club like Everton, big football club, great fan base. I thought go in there, playing under Frank Lampard, someone who was kind of, you've been compared to, goal-scoring midfielder. I thought that would have got him firing. That didn't work. He's going away to Turkey. Gareth Southgate's not going to go in and watch the games, is he? I think that door's closed. But for Dele Alli, maybe it just takes a little bit of the pressure off, him going away somewhere where, and even though the pressure to play for them big sides, like Besiktas, that's big pressure. Fans can turn on you very quickly. That takes him out of the limelight of maybe the English public. But as I said, I feel a little bit sorry for Dele Alli from where he was to now, all in 10 years. Sad.
What does that tell you about what Everton and Frank Lampard thought of him? Because they brought him in, obviously thought they could turn him around.
Yeah, they've clearly seen something and gone, this ain't going to work. He's obviously not working hard enough. Has he still got the hunger and desire there to be that top player that he once was? So Frank's probably said, it's best for all concerned that you let him go. He's not even been there a year. That's the worst part about it. Yeah. And he was practically got given there for free.
Yeah. Well, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then obviously I'm guessing...
Based on games...
I'm guessing Everton, Spurs didn't get anything they wanted in their deal because he wouldn't have played the certain amount of games, wouldn't have scored that many goals, I'm guessing.
What did you make of that? Benty was saying that going over and playing your football in Turkey is a little bit like, not giving up, but you compared it to the MLS, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
For a player that should be looking to get in the England squad for the World Cup, that's obviously not going to happen. But is that sort of, him giving up, do you think, on football moving there or not?
I don't think it has to be that drastic. I think you look at a player like that has clearly lost confidence, went to Everton in a difficult situation. If you go into a club that's basically fighting relegation with a coach that, let's be honest, Frank Lampard does not have a proven track record as a manager yet. I think that's fair to say. And so that, for me, is not the ideal scenario for him to rediscover his confidence, rediscover his game. He goes to Besiktas, the first thing he will get is the love of the fans, because that's how it works in Turkey. Might not stay that way, but he at least gets that confidence boost in the first place. He's probably going to be a regular first teamer. It'd be a surprise if he wasn't. And so I just think to get some rhythm in his game, to get some confidence in his game, and maybe be out of the scrutiny of the media for a bit. Obviously, the Turkish media is, has its own pressures, but it's a different type of pressure. There's a lifestyle change. There's a culture change. I think it's quite a smart move. And there's no reason he can't do well there for a year and a half, and then come back to the Premier League if that's what he wants.
What's the pressure like playing for one of them clubs? Because I've spoke to players who've gone over to Turkey before, and they've spoke about the rivalry between Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, Besiktas. There's a different level of pressure over there to play well for one of them sides. I guess my question is the pressure going to be greater going to one of them sides, being expected to win the league, than maybe if he was here at Everton?
Not necessarily, because it can go both ways. I think you can become a hero there if you give 100% and if you play well and they can see you're committed. I know that sounds a bit basic, but I do think it's true. And I think the fans will only really turn if they think that you're there just for a holiday or just there to not really take it seriously, because they want you to match their passion. That's the thing. So, playing against Galatasaray or playing against Fenerbahce, they're going to be big events. There's no doubt about that. I think that I would hope that would rekindle the fire in him. I would hope he get a bit of the joy back. I mean, look, I don't know, Dele. I'm just assuming. I'm making assumptions there. But it feels like there's a bit of the joy gone out there. So you'd like to think that a move to Turkey, if it goes well, if he stays fit, would actually get him back on the right track. I think sometimes we assume as soon as a player leaves England and goes somewhere that isn't maybe top level, then it's all over. I don't think that's the case. Is
the rivalry greater between them three, Galatasaray, Besiktas, Fenerbahce, than Everton, Liverpool? Like, you would have watched both?
It's louder, maybe. I don't think it's greater. It's a similar thing, really, culturally. It involves so many people in the city. You know, it makes such an impact if your team wins. So I think it's similar, but I think, you know, the difference at the moment is that there's such a gap between Everton and Liverpool. I mean, I might have to, you know, reappraise that after the derby soon, but at the moment there is. And so it's been very one-sided.